All right. I thought this would kind of be kind of fun. I don't know how long I'm gonna do this for, but I thought about just going in through doing some of the flow puzzles. As you can see, I've already completed quite a lot of them, but just going through kind of my thought process behind it. So let's just do some 9 by 9. I've already completed all of them, but I'll go through. And unlike the daily puzzles, these are all just kind of fixed, and so you can kind of play along. So the first thing I'm going to do is look at the board and kind of see if there's anything that immediately stands out to me of kind of potential issues or potential kind of easy kind of links. One thing that I notice is there's a lot of empty space up here. That's something we'll probably have to go around. I'm thinking probably the yellow will honestly have to go around. There's not much else for the yellow to do but go around. You can see if I go here, the dark red is kind of is now going to just block everything. The red can't get out. The green can't get out. And so I'm thinking that yellow probably goes all the way around. I completed the 10 by 10 mania a pretty long time ago, and so, or 9 by 9, I guess. And so I don't have any of these memorized. I'm just kind of going with kind of what I see in my thought process. And now from here, everything else looks pretty self-explanatory. The blue has nowhere to go here. Dark red, a good tip that you can always do is just go around like this, trace around the outline. I'm going to keep just tracing out around the outline, and around the outline. And that's kind of how I tackle these. Normally, once you can find one or two of the really kind of crucial links, you can figure out the rest. In terms of resetting the flows, when you touch it, you can see that it uses a move up here. Moves one, and then there's 7 flows. You can retouch that same color, and so you can let it go. You can even connect it and then redo it. As long as you don't touch another color, it won't count as a move. The other thing you can do is touch and hold it, and if you're not sure that that's the one that you want to go to and you want to kind of complete it on the first try, you can not do that. And so when I'm looking at this, there's kind of two or three kind of really easy ones. This red in the top, there's nowhere else for it to go because the corner red literally can't go anywhere else. And so that's pretty easy. Also, this orange one is going to trace down and below, and then this blue one will just trace right here. There, that's a few of them done. Um, the one that I probably want to do last is yellow. And the reason why is because this little yellow nub is kind of in the middle of nowhere. And I would have to really imagine what all of the others are going to be doing before I do that one. I imagine it's going to be doing something along the lines of this, if I were to guess, or maybe something like this. But we'll see. I don't want to do yellow just because it's going to be the one that is kind of sitting in the middle of nowhere. I see that green and pink are kind of on the edges. I know that I'll need to leave a spot for the pink to get out if I do something like this, or probably do something like this um, for that pink one to get out. Um, and I think that light blue is going to also be pretty self-explanatory. I imagine light blue is just going to be this. I noticed that I left a little spot down here for the yellow to get out. And now I'm just going to do what I kind of just did before in the last one. Just kind of trace through kind of some of the other kind of color patterns. So if I think of something like that, that looks good to me. I'm going to go all the way around the yellow here, and then the yellow will solve itself. And so you can see that kind of process. I'll do one more for now. Looking at this one, I can see the orange one will be pretty easy. Pink is also going to be pretty easy, and then red is going to connect it. And instantly, I turn my 9 by 9 board into an 8 by 8. I can easily trace around some of these other corners and just go kind of middle, go kind of inward. I'll do one more just to see if I can do the same kind of thing. Yep, go around here, here, and here. And now basically, again, my 9x9 is an 8x8. This red is probably going to go all the way around. Notice how I didn't go this way around because that would be blocking the other colors. And so if I go like that, keep going around, tracing the outside, and there we go. Hope this helps.